welcome to the next project. This is a Sandberg 4-string California-based guitar that is in for a little bit of work. We're making a pickguard on this super lightweight bass guitar. As we start the next project. So before I even start any actual work on it, I kind of like to learn the guitar, check the setup. I'm not doing fret work or anything on this guitar, even though it needs it. But I like figuring out where the guitar is to start with. It also helps me if I work on this project in the future or a different project for the same owner. I have an idea of what they like. So I take a bunch of notes, and it helps me with future builds too. So if I'm going to build a bass soon, yes, I hope to, I'm collecting data for that. So anyway, this guitar really needs fret work. It's got a worn out 0 fret, and some of the other frets look like they've been repaired. Say, what? Interesting. So it took us this long just to get to that. And I'm also peeking under the hood of the electronics, and oh my gosh, look at all that. It's got a Fralin pickup in it, and a bunch of washers. Don't know if that's factory or not, but anyway. Cleaning up a little bit of the goop, getting it so I don't mind touching it and working on it. Now we're going to get ready to start making a template. And I'm using a 1/2 inch thick piece of MDF, which is medium density fiberboard, as my template material. I traced the existing pickguard onto that, crowded it right into the corner so I waste as little material as possible, using a jigsaw and cutting out the rough template, 1/16 of an inch oversize, a couple millimeters oversize. And we're going to flip the pickguard upside down so the bevel is away from the MDF. The reason for that is I'm going to run the bearing of the router bit against the wide part of the beveled angle, so to speak, of the original pickguard. What? What are you saying? I should draw something so it makes a little more sense. I ended up using 2 router bits. One of them, there's an offset from the bearing to actual cutting surface, so I couldn't do the whole cut in one pass, so I had to use 2 different bits and kind of sneak up on the final dimension of the template. And then I drilled some mounting holes. They just magically appeared in my template. How nice. It's always nice when things magically happen. I like that. The owner of the guitar was nice enough to supply me with the pickguard material he wanted. I'm not sure if he got it off Amazon or where it came from, but it's plenty big to make the pickguard, and I flipped my template around a number of times until I found a way that I could actually get 4 of these pickguards out of this one piece of plastic. Not just to save the material for him, but in case I made a mistake and I needed to make a second pickguard. Well, I got lucky. Here I'm drilling some relief holes, cutting out that center pickup area, putting some pattern tape on the back of the new pickguard material and sticking it to the template. Here I'm using a 1/2 inch mortise bit, they call it, or actually it's for like putting in door hinge cuts in a door frame. We did our initial pass with that just to get everything squared up so the new pickguard material is the correct shape, same size as the template. Moving on, using a 45-degree angle router bit with a bearing and going around, and I'm creeping up on the total bevel. I didn't get it on the first pass. I had to take a short pass, cut off just a little bit, adjust the height of the router bit just a little bit more until I got it to the angle that I wanted, and then more holes magically appear in the new pickguard. Here I'm using a countersink bit. This is actually a different one than I just had in my hand, but I am countersinking the holes so the mounting screws will sit down in there nicely. The factory look. I should have mentioned that I took care not to bevel areas that didn't need a bevel, like the neck pocket and where the metal control plate butt up against the pickguard. We didn't want to have beveled edges on that. Here we're putting it all together, and we're going to talk about some wiring that went a little sideways in a moment, but the pickguard went right in. Fortunately, the original pickguard fit properly. The template that we made from the original pickguard was the right size. The new pickguard was made to match, and boom, it went right in. It's nice when things actually work. It doesn't always go that way. Put the original strings back on, and oh boy, these frets are worn out too. It has a 0 fret, it's ground about halfway through. We are going to take a quick listen to some failed wiring that happened. The owner asked if I would put in a battery disconnect switch in this active-passive base setup. I said, sure, we should be able to do that. We decided we should try it on the positive side of the battery, and that didn't really go quite as expected because it sounds kind of funny. In fact, when you turn it off, it makes your ears bleed like that. So I rewired it to the negative side of the battery, and well, oh, that just is frightful. So the moral of the story is the battery kill switch doesn't really work. If you turn the volume off before you flip the switch, it's okay. You don't hear that squealing pig noise. Oh well. We're going to keep thinking about this. Somebody's got a better way to do it, I'm sure, but I don't have it. Thank you for riding along with me through this project. I hope you picked up something about making a pickguard or scratch plate for your guitar. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, ring the bell, hit the thumbs up because everybody likes that. Take care of yourself and those around you. Till next time, bye.